Good evening, everybody. Tonight we are going to unbox a Ender 3 Pro. I got this printer from Creality as a Amazon return. If you happen to be in one of the Creality groups at the right moment, sometimes a Creality representative will get on there and they'll have some returns available that people have sent back to Amazon at a really good price. I bought this one and that Ender 5 at the same time. I just happened to be on one evening, got lucky and caught it. Don't know what's wrong with it. The Ender 5, I had a TH3D 32-bit board sitting here and a Hemera, so I unboxed it. I didn't even fire it up. I stripped it down, put the new parts in. It's running like a champ. And it's also got the TH3D Easy ABL Pro on it. And I think that's it. Oh, and the flex plates from TH3D. Haven't had a single problem with it. Good to go. This could be a long video. It could be a short one. Could get into it, and it could have some serious issues. We don't know what the previous person that had it had a problem with. It's going to be I'm going to set it up as an ABS printer. I've got a printed solid enclosure over here for it. It's going to have a E3D V6 all metal hot end on it. It will have TH3D's dual Z on it, TH3DX flex plates, and what else? Oh, and Easy ABL Pro from TH3D. As you can tell, I use a lot of TH3D products. They're good products. I recommend them to anybody looking for anything that they carry. They stand behind them and they work. So let's get this box opened up. I did break the tape on it when I first got it. I've had it for a little while just to make sure there wasn't bricks or something in it. But I opened it up, looked at the foam, saw there was a printer, so figured what the heck. I need the box to wrap a Christmas present in, so I guess we'll get this thing unboxed. So let's open it up and see what we got. So right on the very top is part of the paperwork. Well, there's a bed leveling knob. Yeah, bed's not on there very well. There's a spring. Upright wrapped in plastic. Just so you know, I have never assembled a Ender 3. This will be a first for me, so it's kind of falling apart. So if the instructions aren't here, I'll have to pull them up online. Extruder all looks good. Power supply. Can't see what it is. I doubt it's a mean well. It's on 115, so at least I had it at one point at the right voltage. Z-rod, uprights. Display. Power cord. Scraper. Extruder motor. Or stepper motor, sorry. Element holder. Toolkit. Like belts, screws, thumb drive, tensioner, alright, that's everything that was in the box. Let's hope it's all there. Get this out of the way. Oh, Lordy. So, actually does not look like the hot ends had filament to it, so we shall see. There's not. There's a spring. Start that on there. So also get TH3D solid mounts, but to fire it up, we'll or just to get it going here, we'll spin everything up. I can't tell if it's been printed on or not. Like I said, I've watched a couple videos quite a while back on them being assembled. Honestly, didn't stick in my head, so it will all be new for me. This is more like somebody's saran wrap than actual packaging from Creality, so get all this undone. Zip ties tools, cutters. Get the tools out. Acupuncture needle. Oh, I hate this stuff. Do it the easy way. Okay, got all those done. Don't need that right now. Okay. Got the after sales service card. Creality, dear friends, thank you for your order. Thank you for your support. And the instruction manual and the Creality little qualified certificate. What it's qualified for? Not sure. But it's qualified for something. Fill out the instructions. Always try to follow the instructions. Well, hopefully everything is here. So step 1 says you put your 2 uprights on with 4 M5 by 45s. So that's going to be in here. All the rest of the goodies. Got a shoulder out. Don't have much strength to tear stuff. Going in for an MRI next week. See what's wrong with it. We'll find out. Okay. Okay. Just that doesn't matter. So, we'll turn this on edge. Get this hole somewhat lined up. Get some screws started. I won't tighten these all completely up until I get everything partially assembled and make sure they're all fairly square. Tilt that for just a second. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit. Didn't realize I couldn't see part of what I was doing. There we go. Let's put it like that. Okay, that's one. Holes go to the inside. I'll put that one. Yeah, I'll put that one on right. This one, the hole goes to the inside. Okay. Okay, got past that. Step 2. Step 2 is correct. Select your correct voltage. Did that. Let me turn this. And it has you put the display on step 2. Still has the protective cover on it for everybody seems to think peeling those is a big deal, so there you go. And that needs a button head. Where is that? M5x8. M5x8. Need 2 of those. Alright, display on. Next one is power supply. That goes on this side. That's M4 by 20s. Right there. Yeah, I don't think this has been assembled. All the screws are still sealed in the plastic bag, so it's hard telling why this one was sent back. Somebody could have opened it up and went, not for me. I can't do that. Okay, how does that bolt on? Okay. So this goes here. So I may have gotten lucky and just got a really smoking deal on a Ender 3 Pro. Not going to hurt my feelings if that's the case. Sure at some point I will print a cover to go around the display. I don't like the open boards. I'll put them on both of my Ender 5s. Plug that board in. Okay. Wish I didn't tell you to do that yet, but okay. Alright, got that done. And I did verify we are at 150. Okay, that's not tight. Alright, step 3. We are putting on side brace on the left side. Pretty sure that's going to have to come out. Yeah, I shouldn't hook that up yet. This side. So I'll never use. Don't know why they're still sending that out like that. Nobody uses that little bundle roll of film, at least not that I know. I'm looking for AL brace. Why am I not seeing that part that I'm looking for? Oh, it's right here. So this is going to go on with the hammer nuts. Where are they at? I saw them at one point. There they are. Plastic. Okay. I don't have a lot of noise or distractions here. I'm probably not the most talkative person doing a video. But you're here to see the assembly. Okay. Select that. That'll have to be adjusted at some point. I don't know if this is going to plug in right here. It's the Z in stop. dog's laying down here. He finds all this very boring. So the next part is here. Two pieces, M4 by 18. Right here. Has tapped holes into the upright rail. Well, that's assuming you can hit the hole. Now if I can just get the other one to go. Alright, got those in, and of course, put this in while we're here. That's the control power with the cable for the Z motor. It's pretty obvious. I mean, they're both right here. There's no way to mess those up. Okay, next it wants you to feed the rod. So there's this. Already had the right one out. You know, before you start that. Here we go. Ready to start that? I'm gonna change this out of another TH3D product, this coupler. I like them really well. And I was going to do it anyway, so might as well do it before I even install it. So, oh Lordy, that one's tight. I think they put this one on with an impact at the plant. There we go. Now, considering none of the screws have been opened up and packaged, these are all brand new. So there's nothing wrong with these. I like the ones from the TH3D a little better. I think that they with the bushing in here, that absorb a little bit of vibration. They just seem to work better, but you know, keep that for a backup. Over here in one of my parts stores. Save it. I've got others. So you want to line this up so that the flat side's in there, correct? Actually, on this it doesn't make any difference. Let's see. I like to raise it just a little bit. I don't like it down on the stepper motor. So I raise it just a hair and drop the wrench. Got that changed out. Get this one in, drop it in. There again, I like to raise it just a hair. Right, wrong, or otherwise, it's what works for me. Screw way up. That. That's shrink tube. I don't think it is. Okay, that's through step 4. On to step 5. They've got pretty detailed drawings, as you can see. Tell you which parts you're doing, what size bolts you need. Pretty decent. That's going to be piece 18. Is there any difference in these? Okay, piece 18 has 2 at the ends. 1. So piece 18 is the cross piece, which is for your X. This is your, it has 2 holes here and here and 1 on each end. So it shows this, the back. Shows you putting the Bowden coupler on next, sorry. Holding this down here where nobody can see it. So it shows you putting the Bowden coupler on next. Did that. I went ahead and put the clip on it so I wouldn't lose the clip. That keeps the pressure from your extruder. The clip keeps your Bowden tube from pushing back out. It kind of locks it into the grip position. Real handy. You can find clips to print on Thingiverse. There's quite a few different models. Okay, and then it doesn't say. Not that one, this one. guess if I look strange, it's because I'm looking at all this, trying to see how it wants me to put it together. So, stepper motor. Starter. I feel stupid already. Where is that bolt in at? Trying to see. It doesn't give you a really good picture on where it bolts in at. Let me think about this. So that's going to go on there. So that has to bolt right here somehow. That's up. That shows this bolting here. Okay, I figured it out. I am sometimes not the brightest bulb in the box. Ooh, those are 4x16s. So that's 4x16s. This would not be the easiest part to do if you got really, my hands are decently sized. They're not like baseball glove size, but still not the easiest thing to start. And I'm sure there's probably an easier way to do it than my fumbling around that I'm trying to do now. I know you can't see, but that bolt's up there, and then in between here is where you have to start the two bolts that hold the rail in there. Not the easiest thing to do. Especially not for somebody that has the dexterity that I have. I'm in the right spot. That is not the right size. Is it? Yes, it is. So, I don't care for the ball ends that come with it. These Allen wrenches are actually from my days when I used to do RC. Gas RC, and these are actually Mugen tools. They're just a lot more conducive to my hands and seems to work pretty good. See, that just made that light years difference. A good set of Allen wrenches is a must for working on your 3D printers. Just whether you prefer like this is a screwdriver style, which if you really need to put the Kung Fu grip on it, you know, you can always take a regular Allen wrench and put it in there. I don't find that I have to do that very often. You can get T-handles. A lot of people prefer T-handles. I don't. I see people using the little battery-powered drivers with Allen tips in them. I'm always afraid that I will strip something out doing that. So I prefer to do everything like this by hand. I can feel how tight it is. Like I said, if I need something super tight, these have a hole in them where you can slip an Allen wrench or one of the other ones through there and tighten up what you need to tighten up. That looks pretty straight. Okay, that's step 5. Got it all mounted up. Step 6 is the other side. So that is this piece. Why does this not look like it's on there right? They do not give you a good picture of this. It's about got to go this way, like so, or like so. No, we're going to set it right there for now. And this piece. This is your belt tensioner. It's got hammer nuts on it. So it's in here. Get them in. Snug them just a little bit, so it doesn't fall back out while you're working. Goes on the end there. Not putting that on right. Probably not. It'd help if I put it the right way. That was loud. So, got to make sure it's facing the right way. By following the directions, this is no different than a first-time person buying one or anything else. I mean, I have knowledge because, as you can see, I own quite a few printers, and I don't own a single stock printer. Sometimes I think I like tinkering with the printers more than I do actually printing. I know that sounds weird, but so those spun. Okay, that'll hold for now. So then this one shows to bolt on like this. And that is impossible. Nut, nut. Excuse me. So these use... I put the extruder on first. That's it. I am following directions. We're trying to. Let me see. Guess that probably doesn't matter. So... I should have slid that on. No. Bad instructions. Oh, it did show me doing that. Sorry. That did not spin. Missed a step. You gotta slide your bracket with your extruder on first. Sorry about that. Then put this on. So if any of you have done, this hammer nuts, the key to getting them to lock is to kind of spin them quick. And that gets them to flip and catch in the extrusion to tighten down the way you want them to tighten down. So that should be on there pretty good. Then it shows two M4x16s holding this one on. So that goes there. M4x16s, which were those are 25x25. It's got to be these. So. Cooperate. I am not a professional at making videos or building printers or any of the above. I do this just because it's fun. It's a great hobby. You know, if you're watching videos, you know, one of the famous people is Naomi Wu, and she always closes it out saying that, you know, remember, if she can do it, anybody can. Well, that's the way I feel. If I can do it, pretty much anybody can, because I've got a computer background, and I work in public utilities for the state now, so completely different after, you know, over 25 years in electronics to go do utility work, enforcement work. So, completely different ball game. Alright. So, that is step 6. Now we're to step 8, which wants you to put the belt on. Where does it have it slide down the gantry? Oh, there it is. Okay. We're getting to that part. Usually it's on, like on these, it's already on your uprights before you put the belt on, but hey, whatever works. Might be easier doing it this way. So, this is going to go like this. No. Yes. Slide through. No. Incorrect. So, okay, they got a little slot down on the bottom of your extruder bracket that your belt has a little brass ferrule on it to keep it clamped that slides into. Then your belt comes across. You then feed it down in the channel of the extruder, which mine does not want to feed very well. Feed it past the rollers. There it comes through. Make sure that you didn't get a twist in it while you were doing it, which I probably did. No, I did not. Yay for me. So that feeds around through here. Around your pulley. and then back to your bracket. Again, there's a slot for this to go in. I can see this is going to be really tight. No, it's not. Okay. That might be just a little bit, but I'll wait to adjust those once it's on the printer. So, got that. Belt's on. It says tighten. Yeah, maybe a little bit. So, to tighten it, loosen your hammer nuts up a little bit. And then pull on it, tighten it back up. Hopefully that will be pretty good. Belt looks pretty centered in the channel. Have to see how it runs, but it should be okay. Okay, so we're there. And it goes rolling across the table. So belt's on. That was step 8. We are now moving on to step 9, which is putting it here. Oh man, why is that? Like so. So lining that up. Loosen this a little bit. Maybe not. This is entirely too tight. Do I not have that lined up right? Lined up right. I don't think I do. Well, that is really super tight. That's what I was afraid of. That had pulled out. go ahead and tighten these up while we're here. Not the right size, is it? No. I need the big boy. Just checking all the bottom screws, making sure they're all tight. They, the ones that hold the Y gantry on, every single one of them, you know, 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn or more loose. So be sure and check those. Okay. That's not bad. Tookie baggy. These are too tight. Yeah, that's where that other spring goes. That's not on correct. Wow. There we go. That other spring on there. Okay, with that on there, the next step is, can't be. I wonder, is that too tight? Oh, I'm terrible about dropping things tonight. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm not the most talkative. You don't want these monkey wrench tight. It even says in there, don't tighten them too tight. Those were pretty. You want a little bit of play in there. I think that should be good. We'll see. Cable's all good. That gonna slide right? No. Why is that like that? No, crap, no. I did not. I did. Oops. Careful. Don't think there is any way for me to fix this without. Oh, crap. So I did not check the cable for the hot end. So I have to basically backtrack. It's actually looped around. So, guess what? This comes back off. Well, that's fun. It was a dumb mistake on my part. So, that comes off. Let's run this back up. Give it a little bit of clearance. I am not going to completely disassemble. I am going to take the tensioner off, I think, if it will let me. No. Will not clear the bracket. Dang it. Ah, shit. Well, let's just screw it all. Wow. Sometimes you just screw things up. Learn from them, move on. Check all your cables. Making sure that they're routed like they're supposed to. What I'm doing is the extruder wires and everything are wrapped around and through. Which means, as you can see, here it is. I don't think there's any way, maybe, for me to fix. Oh, maybe. There we go. That loose. That needs to come out there. Yay! We are back in business. Without tons of work that we didn't have to do. Yeah, not going so well. Making mistakes. It happens. Not gonna lie. So that's there. Okay. We are somewhat back in business on that. Put the tensioner back on. Okay, getting closer back to where we were. Now I gotta fix all this. So, the right way to do this is going to be take this back off. That's how that's supposed to roll down there. Alright, good to go there. Runs pretty smooth there. So, that's how that's supposed to be. Okay, now we need to put the top brace on. And I apologize for the error in my assembly. I just wasn't paying as much attention as I should. It happens to all of us. And those take M5 by 25s? Which are here. I should got a lot of those. Oh, I haven't been using them. Okay. So put the top rail on. It takes 4 M5 by 25 screws. Make sure it's pretty, everything sits flush like it's supposed to. Tighten it down. Okay. Says put the next steps to put the spool holder on. I'll wait to do that. I'm not quite ready for that yet. Now it's going to be hooking up all the motors. Already hooked up the Z switch here, the Z motor. So we will turn this way. Make sure your wires aren't all janked up like I was having problems earlier. So the Y's already hooked up. So that leaves us with the X and the extruder. And So this is the extruder motor. Plug that in there. Then the X goes down here. And you can see that's real easy. They got slots. You can tell how to plug those in. It might be a little bit easier if that was a little higher. No, it don't matter. Alright, there's that. And then, where's that switch at? Over here. Where's the plug for it at? So that one plugs in here. And that's for your X. This is your X limit switch. And it's tucked away behind the little cover here. So you just kind of gotta line it up and poke it in there with your finger. Not too bad. Snaps into place. Good to go there. So we still have we still got wires jacked up. What do we have here? Let me move that. Get that out of the way. I'm not happy with this wire management. Okay. Where is that bed wire at? Ah, there it is. There's this one somewhere. Hotbed wire. So I gotta make sure that's not janked up somewhere. No, it's out of the power supply. Alright, we're good there. This is the cable for the display. It has Creality's has 3. I believe it goes on to number 3. What are you doing, dog? You lay down somewhere. Alright. That should have. Bowden tube comes around. Pull your clip back out. Seat that in there. I will change that out to TH3D Tough Tube. Got better consistency in my opinion than Capricorn. I've used Capricorn. I like TH3Ds better. I find the center hole consistency is better. Filament slides through it properly. Feeds through it, not slides. So that's that. I do not like all that. Okay, cables. Bed slides nicely, not loose. I have to adjust the eccentrics on it later. Feels pretty smooth. It's still way up. Said this will get solid bed mounts in an ABL. I use the Hero Me 5, Gen 5. This will get changed out. It's got an E3D V6 already mounted in it. The new 5, it has a bracket. You pull that one off. Their brackets go right onto it. Hook up my 50 watt hot end heat the feeder, the end stop. Put fans on it. Good to go. I'll do that later. I just want to get this up, on, plugged in, and see if it works. Like I said, it was an Amazon return. I did make a couple small errors. Did not check my wiring like I should have. It happens. Maybe not to you, it does to me. I'm kind of old. I'm going to pull these down pretty tight because if it comes on, everything works. I'll auto home and I don't want it to smash into the bed. I don't think this one back here is on properly, but we'll go with it for now. Let's see. Okay. We'll see how that is. 12 is hooking up all the parts. That's it. That's all that's in the instructions. So in theory, we should be able to throw some power to it. Oh yeah. All important. They give you these cool little extrusion plugs. They say Creality 3D on them. Those are made to go here. however you want to turn them. Let me see. I think nope, they go there. They have a direction because they have slots. There. And you don't have ugly silver extrusions. Whatever. Okay. All the end stops, double checking. I'm not seeing anything else that could be wrong. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Let's make sure it's off first. And get a paracord. And here we go. I will turn it so you can see. It's coming up. Ender 3 Pro. Says everything's ready. Nope, that is not set level by any means. Probably this disc. Let's take it. Prepare. Auto home. It's the end stop. End stop. This needs zip tied over here a little bit somewhere. Oh, probably right there in that cable holder. At home. Yeah, that's not what that's for, but we'll do it for there. All right, let's see. Let's go to control. Main. Nope, don't want control. Yes, control. Temperature. A little different doing this upside down. Since this is going to be a ABS machine, I'm going to put the bed to 100. And we'll go ahead and heat the nozzle up to, we'll just do 145. Make sure everything works. Okay. And they are both heating. We'll see where the bed gets to. Let's see if I can adjust that camera so you can kind of see that running a little bit. It went together. Like I said, this was a Amazon return, so we don't know. I don't think you're going to be able to see it very well. You get too much glare from my lighting. Sorry about that, folks. We don't know why it was returned. We have no idea. Let's do this. It was. I mean, so what that means is I got a really good deal on a Ender 3 Pro because somebody got it for whatever reason, opted to return it to Amazon. I happened to be on one of the Creality pages. Creality rep come on, posted, we have some Amazon returns if anybody is interested. And I'm like, sure, what do you have? And they had Ender 3 Pros and Ender 5 Pros. And I'm like, sign me up with one of each. I was hoping that was a little better. Guess not. Trying to give you all a little bit of a view. The Logitech cam's not the greatest for that. Gets too much glare. Off the screen, maybe that'll work. Yeah, you can kind of see that. It kind of focuses a little bit. Move that out of the way. I'll turn this a little bit here. So, went together real easy. Of course, there's wiring, routing that you can do. I did not check to see if this was a Meanwell. I had thought at one point that all the Pros, but I guess it depends on when it was manufactured, whether a Pro has the Meanwell power supply or not. I'm pretty sure that all of the new ones now do. Let's see where we're at. We're at 145 on the hot end, no problem. We're getting there. We're at 69 on the bed. Yep, it's getting warm. Let's do the control. This is so much fun doing upside down. Temperature. Nozzle. Oh, that's bad. Nozzle. Let's go ahead and take it up to 150. Just for giggles. It's going to be replaced anyway. Should be no problem. We're not running anything through it. I think 145 is what the stock hot end, what they recommend max on it, but we're going to go ahead and run it up to 150. It's going up there to 155 already. We're at 76 on the bed. I can see, you can kind of see that. It's heating up pretty quick. I mean, they're 24 volt. Not like 12 volts like this one is. That's 12 volt. It takes a while to heat the bed or anything else. Assembly, as you can see, very easy to do. Goes up real well. Make sure, now I am sure in a one straight out of the box, I mean somebody has had this out of the box, so it may have been somebody bought it and they took it out and all the wires and everything, and they're like, I can't do this. I'll just buy one from somebody assembled, or whatever the case may be. Boxed it back up. The uprights were wrapped in saran wrap. They weren't wrapped in the normal wrapping that's there, but none of the screw packages had been opened. The direction package looked like it had been opened. Don't know why it was returned. I got lucky. I have gotten a couple other Amazon return printers that one of them had a burn-up board and another one had a burn-up power supply. So you just don't know what you're getting if you get an Amazon return. But you can check Amazon warehouse and you can find returns from a lot of stuff, and you can get some really good deals that way. Like I said, the Creality was straight from Creality rep. I didn't know him from anything. I messaged Luke Hatfield. He's pretty tight with Creality, and said, hey, is this legit? And he goes, yeah. Why? And I told him, I said, well, they said there. He said, good luck. They go really fast when they pop up. And so I messaged back, said, yes, I'm interested. And they're like, cool. Done. Takes a little bit longer because of the way Amazon return shipping and everything works. But Pro comes with the bed strain already in there. Everything looks great. I didn't put the spool on. I'm not going to go to the triple level in the bed because the next thing I'm going to do, and I don't have time tonight, is I'm going to install the E3D V6 all metal hot end with the Hero Me Gen 5. The Gen 5 is a little fiddly, but I do like the way it goes together better than the previous versions. I have them on several machines. This is the first Gen 5 that I've done. Basically, you pre-build it, put it all together here, and then it bolts up to your mounting bracket, and you're basically done other than running your wiring and everything. So hooking your fans up and all. So I'm really liking that. Don't know the person want to do it, for living or production, but as usual, you get some extra screws and whatnot from Creality. You get the wonderful tools, which they'll get added to my bag of printer tools that I've gotten all over. I have resin printer in the other room. I have a total of 9 printers. Like I said, I am no expert. I just like to tinker a lot. My first printer was this ANET E12. Nears, if you haven't watched him, I watched his video on it, and I'm like, yeah, his review was pretty good. So I ordered one, and I have basically rebuilt everything on it. Still love the printer. I run a 0.8. It runs an E3D V6 with a Volcano nozzle on it with a 0.8 nozzle. My next one was my Delta up here. I'm changing boards out on it. It's a good printer. They're fun when they work. Deltas are finicky, but they're mesmerizing to watch. After that, I got this Ender 5 here. This is my first Ender 5. Then I got these 2 ANET ET4s. This one that one's still stock. It's the only stock printer I have, and it's because I haven't got around to putting Marlin on it, but I got lucky. Mine printed well. There's not much tuning with that stock firmware, so it did good enough. I printed a lot of parts and stuff with it. This one I took, and it's everything's been changed on it just about, but it's a rock solid printer. It runs well. And then I got this Ender 5 Pro and this Ender 3 Pro as Amazon returns. Both rock solid machines. This one will be great. It's going to, like I said, it's going to be an ABS machine, and we are at 100 degrees, no problem, and sitting at 150. So that is not going to be an issue. So all that works well. As we know, Creality does have thermal runaway. What am I looking for here? Main. Prepare. Can't see upside down. Cool down. That's what I was wanting. You can hear the fan cycling on there. Seems pretty quiet. I said I haven't printed with it yet, so I will put that on. I will put a TH3D Easy ABL along with solid bed mounts on here. I'm going to put their dual Z kit on here. I've got it sitting up here. Like I said, I don't have time to do all that tonight, but I wanted to get this. I need the box to wrap a Christmas present in. It's the only box I got big enough for a print I did for a friend of mine. Thought I had a box big enough till I got the thing made, and I'm like, okay, I need a bigger box. What do I got? Looked around, I'm like, well, I guess it's time to unbox this Ender 3 because it'll work. So, like I said, I've got a printed solid enclosure. I really like it. They were recommended by several people, including TH3D. They use them in their print farm. I got it, put it together. Assembly was really easy. Had to, come up with a handle because they don't come with a handle. I found, searched Thingiverse and found stuff, and it didn't really fit, so I fiddled with it and resized it and made it work. Got a handle on it. Comes with a humidity gauge on it, temperature, humidity and temperature, all included. I'm really looking forward to that. So it will be my ABS machine. That's what I'm going to do with this. That way I can do all my hot end mounts and stuff. I have set up quite a few printers for friends, coworkers, and whatnot. They know. I tell them, okay. They come to me, they ask me what I think. I tell them my opinion on what I have experience with. If I don't know, I'll give them some, whether it's TH3D or Neary's or several others that I follow. I say go look at their reviews on them, take a look at what they say, because I don't know. If it's an A-Net or a Creality, I can make my way around them. I do all right with them. I've set up quite a few Ender 5s now. So I'll help them out, tell them this is what I would do from the beginning, what parts. I really like the Easy ABL. I always recommend that. I have fallen in love with their magnetic flex sheets. They just work. They don't have any problem. I have started using the Vision Miner on them. I've printed a lot of PETG on this direct drive. I've slapped some of the Vision Miner on there, and I can go 10, 15 prints at least. Wipe it down, put some more on. I don't have any issues with prints rising or damage to or as in PETG sticking to the PEI and welding itself to it. None. It just works. I will use it as well for my ABS. I've already got a TH3D plate for this and a new 3M magnet that you buy with it, or you don't have to, but I do, because the Creality ones, while they work, they're not the greatest. My understanding is they will delaminate from the heater bed. Sorry, moved the camera down there. That's just cooling down. It comes with one of theirs. Everybody's going to some form of magnetic bed. Some are still sticking with glass on there. I did glass, the mirrors, and everything on my A-Net until I discovered the PEI flex sheets. I wanted ABL. I had actually purchased a real BL Touch, and I was still doing some research and waiting on it to get here, and I actually read, and it was back when TH3D was just selling they didn't have near what they do now. I think my first one was a V2 or a V3, I'm not sure. I'm like, give it a try. Then I started looking, needed a few other things, and they had them, and the service is great, the shipping's great, it's small business. I like to promote small business as much as I can. Tim does a great job on videos. to answer people's questions. He does live feeds. I really enjoy him. I watch Chris Reese at today's 3D print. I watch him a lot. A lot of good people out there. Luke Outfield, he's on practically every 3D forum you can. You can find Luke on there answering questions on Creality printers and stuff. He's very, very, very knowledgeable man. He has come up with a hot end fix for the stock Crealities. That's just the gospel on fixing stock Creality hot ends. If you haven't looked at that, go look at it. They work great. Like I said, I use E3D V6s. Pretty much everything gets one. I don't have one on this Ender yet, but I've got it over here in the cabinet. I just haven't put it on. I have one for everything except, well, no, even my Delta has one on it. So, and I have easy ABLs on all my printers except for the stock A-net and the Delta, because I don't know if there's a way to put one on there. There probably is, but their sensor works okay. You got to take it off and on, but it works. Anyway, the printer worked. I got lucky out of the box. You can see it didn't take long, even with my fumbling around. I'm not the most conversive. I'm going to try to get better at that. I plan on doing some more videos. I may, depending on my workload and schedule and everything, I may do a quick video on installing the TH3D Dual Z kit for this. Just depends on what it is, and I haven't even looked on how to install it yet. I've got it sitting up here ready to go. I will do all my upgrades to this before I put it in the enclosure and start printing with it. So I'll run a few test prints prior to trying ABS. So anyway, I hope I helped somebody. If not, or at least showed you some things, like not checking the wire to make sure it wasn't wrapped around the Y carriage. Had to take it back apart, so it showed a few mistakes that I made along the way. Make sure everything's true, everything's tight, the frame's true, try it. Everything seems to roll real smooth. That's all I got. Everybody had a great evening. If you stuck around long enough for my fumbling and farting around on this video, thank you very much. Like and subscribe if you want to. There'll be more. Hopefully I can help some people. Like I said, I'm not the smartest, the greatest, but I have fun doing it. I like tinkering with them. And if I can help somebody else not make a mistake or help answer a question, it makes it all worthwhile. So thank you. Have a great night. We'll see you next time.